What a cool chord. Welcome to the channel, Primal Chaos here. Now listen, it would be an understatement to say that band Maid has been one of the most highly requested bands in the last month. Ever since I started going down this tangent of Japanese metal or J-rock or whatever, you guys have just, the conversation's always defaulted down to band Maid. So my curiosity is at an 11 right now because everything else I've done, Nemophila, baby metal, all that sort of stuff has been super interesting to me. And the fact that everybody seems to always default back to band Maid as like the bedrock of sort of suggestions is, there must be something special. So I don't know much about them. I know they formed in about 2013. This song was released pretty recently, 2021, I think. And it seems like the gimmick with this particular band is their outfits, you know, dressed like maids from like maid cafes and things like that in Japan. Other than that, I've got zero context. What am I expecting? Maybe a little bit of metal, a little bit of rock, a little bit of punk. Seems to be like the amalgam of what happens in Japan. A lot of different genres get sort of fused together to make these weird fusion genre bands, you know. And to be fair, I'm totally into that. That's really cool. So let's check it out. I haven't got much else to say. Let's do it. Band Maid warning. Here we go. Oh yeah, I opted for it on our live performance as well. All right, wow. Okay, so, wow, that's a lot so far. So let's break it down. We've had like the music box kind of Carnivale sort of intro, which was actually beautifully composed too. It had some cool rhythms going on in that. Then it comes in with the driving sort of guitar intro, which is that was really interesting too because they opt to, rather than just playing aggressive chords and stuff, there's some strong melody in there as well, which is more of a hook for your ear, sort of to bring you into the song. And then the verse starts out like just blast beaty almost, you know. So you go from this really strong melodic to just straight riffing, which then sort of, I noticed there's some cool harmonic call and response vocals and stuff towards the end of the verse, which was really cool. But what I found most interesting about the song so far is they almost have like a double chorus. The chorus kicks in, and they sort of do what they're going to do in the chorus. Again, really strong melody. Definitely it's an earworm. It's going to, like, it's melodically strong. It's going to stick in your ear. But just when you think the chorus is finished, I was like, okay, here we go. We're going to transition into the verse. Boom, it just stretches out again, and they have like a second half of the chorus, which isn't unprecedented. That happens quite often in rock and stuff like that. But what's interesting about it is typically it's used as a device to add variation towards the end of a song. So you'll do like, after the first verse, you'll throw a chorus in, and, you know, you'll have this long chorus, but you'll typically only play it the first time as a truncated chorus. I'll cut that extra bit off so that when the chorus comes around later, they can throw that extra bit in and you're not ready for it. And it's just a bit of a shock to the system. But they've just gone all out. They've just gone, boom, here we go. Who knows? I mean, this is the start of the song. Maybe they'll do some other wild stuff later on, but I suspect that it's going to be the same. But to be fair, that extra bit of chorus adds so much dynamically to the melody. Like that's sort of like takes the catchiness of the chorus and just doubles down on it and just adds a little bit of extra flair to really hammer home that melody, the melodic sort of catchiness of the chorus. Let's go back and listen to that again. That was really kind of cool. Also great players. Everybody's rock solid. Drummer particularly with songs like this, if the drummer's not just locked in and kicking ass, the song doesn't work. So, you know, props to the drummer for sure. Oh, gee, that little bass lick there, that was really nice. That's really cool. So that's typically where I'd expect the chorus to end, but I suspect it's going to dive back in. But like that little part with the and then there's like little backings popping in and stuff like that, and then it just drops back to like a solid groove. Oh man, that's just such a good chorus. There's the groove. And the backings are really unusual too. There's like that a high sort of in the background sort of thing. Tell me there's a guitar solo. That was really nice. Really nice. Like a lot of things I've noticed lately with guitar solos in metal probably never went away, but they're definitely sort of in the last decade sort of coming back, you know, because I was there when grunge hit and guitar solos became so passé that nobody was willing to play a single note in a song ever for the longest time. But what I loved about that solo there was a lot of times with the bands I've been doing recently, when a guitar solo comes in, it's all about flair, right? It's all trying to make it appear virtuosic. It's like, this is what I can do, world, check me out, right? And so because of that, you get a lot of guitar techniques like I've talked about on other songs with, you know, tapping and you know, things like a lot of sweep picking and things like that are really kind of show off moves. They sound great, but you're really doing it so other guitarists will go, oh yeah, that dude can play guitar. Whereas this guitar solo was just pure scale and mode, heavy lifting playing, you know, it wasn't any trickery. It's just playing all the notes. And I respect that. I really do, because that's the art form. You know, everybody can learn the tricks, you know, like doing like, a whole bunch of like, you know, that sort of stuff. I mean, look at what I'm doing. There's not a lot to it, right? But it sounds like you're playing a million notes. And then when you start, I'm now playing in 3 different parts of the guitar neck, and I'm using the minimal amount of effort to do it, you know. So while I game respects game, and whenever I see that, I'm like, right on, you know, or like, you know, sweet picking sort of stuff, you know. Whatever it is, you know, like stuff like that. When I see it, I'm like mad. And some people, don't get me wrong, some people take that to the next level and are mind blowing. But sometimes you just want to hear someone play a solo, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened. I love that she sort of sat back into it for a little bit and just did some sort of more sustained notes in the middle, had some breathing room, and then back into the solo again. It's really well crafted and incredibly tasteful. So let's just go back and hear a bit more of that. Great choice. And another thing that a lot of guitar players tend to forget, like at the end there, she's doing that sort of melody again. Melody is important. People forget that. They just want to play fast and they want to play diverse notes, so it sounds like a million things are going on. And admittedly, look, I'm guilty of that too. I do that as well. But sometimes you just want to, you know, pull back and just play the melody of the thing. Like that's what 99% of ears respond to is melody, not diverse, esoteric guitar playing, you know. I guess that's probably the best way to describe this band. It's like chaos, but it's tasteful chaos, if that makes sense. Everything is like fast and hard and chaotic, and they jump around a lot, you know, with their ideas and stuff like that. But everything has its place and nothing is more than it needs to be. It's just a good rock song that's just great. It sits great on your ears, if that makes sense. Hang on, I think that we're going into a different part here. I don't know. Wow, that was cool. What a great song. Stick around after this. I'll do a bit of a breakdown. Hey guys, this video is made possible by Enchroma. 1 in 6 guys and 1 in 200 women are colorblind. And if that happens to be you, there's something you can do about it. Click the link in the description. It'll take you to Enchroma's website where you can get a free eye test. And while you're there, maybe pick up some corrective lenses. They've got styles to suit everybody and a 60-day money-back guarantee. So you got really nothing to lose. And while you're there, use the code CHAOS in checkout to get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you. All right, we're back. So that was really interesting. Look, I'm glad you guys took me on this journey because I can see that it's going to be one. I'd really love to hear what else these guys are capable of, because that's kind of your thrashy sort of straight up punk song. And the way I understand it with these guys is they go in a lot of different directions. So I'm keen to check out whatever. Look, if you're going to make suggestions about where I should go next, think about it from the perspective of just don't throw me your favorite song. Throw me what you think would be the next logical step. Like, this is a pretty new Maid song. And, you know, maybe you think it'd be a good idea to jump back into something early, or maybe there's something, you know, way more musically diverse that you think would be a better step than just throwing me your favorite band Maid songs, because I'll get to a bunch of these. So don't worry. I probably won't miss your favorite one. But you know, it'd just be really interesting to sort of set out a groove with these guys and find out exactly what they're made of, because it's fascinating how much they seem to, everybody who seems to be interested in J metal or J rock or whatever. Not everyone. There's some contention. I can see that between, you know, fans of different bands fall into different camps, and they can be pretty aggressive amongst each other. But the vast majority of people seem to, they're like, listen, I love Nemophila and I love baby metal and I love whatever, but you should really check out band Maid, you know. So I've done that and it was fantastic. That, like I said, it's just really great quality rock, metal, funk, groove, everything. Like everything is there. But I want some context now. I want to know, you know, what these guys do that sets them apart from everyone else, which is to say that this is a great song, tastefully written, excellently executed. They've got a great vocalist. In fact, everybody in the band does everything that they do perfectly. So there's no arguments there. But what I want to know is, you guys need to teach me what it is about them that sets them apart. Is it because they've been around a long time? Do they have an insane catalog of just wild choices of music and things like that? I really don't know, because I've got no context. And I definitely loved what I just saw enough to be interested in checking them out further. So yeah, hit me up. I'm dead curious. Now, as far as the song goes, it was it was really interesting, because it's just made up of so many moving parts that all sort of blend together really nicely. But yeah, like I just found myself sort of not wanting to analyze it and just listen to it. And that to me is always a sign of a really good song. When I'm hesitating to press the space bar and sort of find a place to stop so I can go back and analyze the stuff, sometimes I feel bad stopping it, because I don't want to cut off the energy flow. But I have to. Otherwise, what's the point of you guys even being here if I'm not saying my piece? That's why I'm here, right? If you could just as easily go and watch the actual video. So, but you know, that's how I know if my foot's tapping and I'm grooving along to the beat, and I have to remind myself to stop to say something, then you know it's a good song. And that's exactly what happened here. I was doing my best to sort of remind myself I'm doing a reaction video. So yeah. Look, again, I'm super curious. I think that they sound fantastic. I think they look great. They write good songs, or they write good song. I've only heard one. So you guys need to educate me. Let me know. And that'd be fantastic. But yeah, as usual, if you feel like I've brightened your day at all, I'd appreciate it if you buy me a coffee. Link will be in the description. All these videos get demonetized. In fact, a lot of these Japanese videos don't even make it to YouTube. They sort of get pulled off the web globally before they even make it. So we'll see. If you're watching this, then hey, success, right? Also like, share, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. You guys are great at doing that. So, you know, but I feel as a YouTuber, you got to say these things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, help me out on this journey. I'd really appreciate some guidance on this one, and keep me in the loop. So yeah, I've been Primal Chaos, and I'll catch you in the next one.